All right, switching gears just a bit here. We want to take a look at the state of journalism around the world. Over the past weeks, we've been bogged down by headlines of numerous media companies conducting layoffs, and today we're learning that news-making process is now going to automation. The New York Times is reporting that robots are on the rise in news. They go on to say that roughly a third of the content published by outlets such as Bloomberg News uses some form of automated technology to assist reporters in writing articles. Additionally, China's Xinhua news agency last year launched their first AI news anchor. The anchor was developed through a machine learning to simulate the human voice and facial movements and gestures of a real-life broadcaster. So joining us to discuss all of this and whether we'll all have jobs in the future is media analyst and robot aficionado, my friend Lionel. All right, Lionel, you and I have discussed this many times in years past. You've reported on this on your own YouTube channel back in 2014. It's happening, the rise of the robots.
It's already here, but let's call it for what it is, AI. They love this term robot because robot sounds like R2-D2, Danger Will Robinson. Oh, how cute. Little thing that vacuums your home. It's a robot. No, this is artificial intelligence. And let me also tell you something. You ready for this? I hope you're sitting down. I can't see right now because the robot that allows me to see is not working. But I'm all for it. This is great. Let me tell you why. Manila Chan is doing, in 2014, the LA Times did the first story on this. It was about an earthquake. And they had this data center of the history of earthquakes. Wait, the magnitude. They typed in the longitude, latitude, blah, blah, blah. And what happened, how many killed, and next thing you know, boom, they got a really good story. Not a lot of, fluff or input or bias, but thoroughly vetted, thoroughly researched, and it makes complete sense. If you're doing things about, is this the coldest day in history? And Manila, I know what I'm saying is, it sounds nuts, all right? Won't be the first time. But I can handle AI much better than I can some sniveling, quizzling who slips in and basically has their own agenda or hides behind something. That I can't deal with. But AI, I can deal with that. Okay,
that's a fair point. So far, AI, robots, whatever you want to call them, technology doesn't have their feelings to interject into the story. not yet, anyway. But how dangerous is this? Not for me, not for the human reporters it could potentially replace, rather the consumer, the reader, the viewer. If we are already facing fake news claims right now, couldn't robots or AI just be that much easier to hack?
I can't believe I'm doing this, but do you feel better knowing that there is a computer doing a lot of the calculations on your flight, on a plane, you're taking with your family? Do you like that? Do you like the idea of sometimes robotic AI surgery in some cases? We are becoming used to certain things that are becoming far more efficient, far more accurate, far more bloodless than others. Now, the question is, everybody wants to know, everybody right now on this set, working with you and me and everybody, am I going to be out of a job? No, because the humanity part can never be replaced. The part that makes you who you are, your feel, your impressions, your take, that's always going to be there. But when it comes to reporting fact, things that just happened, believe it or not, we could in some respects, I know it sounds crazy, actually benefit from AI. But the person who writes the code for the AI, that's the person. Because what does he or she leave out? What does he or she leave out of the data bank that the AI algorithm fountains dip from? That's what we want to know.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, Lionel, that these bots, the AI, couldn't be hacked, and then telling us, that Michael Jackson is alive on Mars or the dark side of the moon. But
what about a human who's hacked? They're hacked all the time. A human who's biased, inexperienced, a human who doesn't know anything, a human who's there because of nepotism, a human who's there. Look, these are the foibles, these are the problems, unfortunately. But the question is, what can you live with? A machine or somebody who deliberately knows it, who is trying to infect something with a particular worldview. 6 of one, half a dozen or the other. Pick your point.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And you mentioned humanness there. Talk about this a little bit. What does this do to the fabric of our society? Because, Lionel, it feels like we're drifting further and further and further away from the very humanness of news, of when you tune in to watch something, you want to see other humans. What's going to happen to that?
Have you noticed recently on YouTube channels when people have that weird automatic robotic voice that just reads stories? The voice that sounds like this, that mispronounces the names. Okay, there's a lot of people who are growing accustomed to that. And there are people, by the way, who by virtue of the fact since they were born in captivity, who've never known freedom, who might grow up thinking, I kind of like that. So, you know what the answer is? You become the best human Manila Chan there is. You offer something by virtue of your vivacity and your personality and your worldview and your exuberance and your effervescent charm. Because what's happening is that, look at a lot of the people. Look at people who walk around and they expect somehow to be hired for this. The reason why they're going to be replaced by a machine is they're machine-like itself. Look at you. So what it's going to do is it's going to tell people, if you want to beat the machines, be human, exude humanness and humanity. The question is, will they know what that means? That's the issue.
Oh, Lionel, I choose to be unplugged from the matrix, and I think plugging in sometimes.
Too late.
It's fun to plug in sometimes, but you know, we'll talk about this some more, I'm sure, because there's going to be lots more coming out of technology. As always, my friend, thank you for allowing me to pick your brain today, Lionel of Lionel Media.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.